the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
I was literally moved to tears to see this and the kids as they were being ushered out of the building. I hope that we would never have this situation.
3 children, 3 adults killed in a Nashville school shooting this morning. The shooter, a woman among the dead. You're watching DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall. At this hour, police say the shooter, a 28-year-old woman, was a former student at the Covenant School. The Covenant School is a private Christian school with about 200 students from preschool to 6th grade. Now, the woman, armed with 2 assault rifles and a handgun, according to police, got into the school through a side door. She made her way through the building, killing 3 children and 3 adults. Now, 2 officers shot her when they found her on the 2nd floor. We're told that she died at the scene. A meeting place was set up at a nearby church for parents to reunite with their children who attend the school.
I have 4 grandkids here, and I mean, I can be thankful, but I am so sad for these parents and kids. It's very tragic. It's 2 blocks from our house. It could happen at any school.
Yeah, this is the 13th mass killing this year in the U.S. in which 4 or more people were shot. It provoked a renewed call from President Biden for a ban on assault weapons.
It's just, it's sick. We have to do more to protect our schools so they aren't turned into prisons. You know, the shooter in this situation reportedly had 2 assault weapons and a pistol, 2 AK-47. So I call on Congress again to pass my assault weapons ban. It's about time that we begin to make some more progress.
This is a developing story at this hour, and we have a live report coming up from Tennessee in just a bit, but we expect to be able to bring you more details on the shooting. Now, the shooting in Tennessee comes at a time when the D.C. Council may consider a measure to help improve school security. A bill before council would create a new position at all district schools, and that person's job would be to oversee safety on campus, and that includes Coolidge High School in Northwest D.C. Dave LaValle has the details about the School Safety Enhancement Amendment. And Dave, Coolidge High has seen its share of recent violence.
It certainly has, Mark. It's been nearly 2 weeks since a student had his coat stolen by someone outside the main entrance to the building. During the crime, police said one of the suspects accidentally fired his gun. Fortunately, no one got hurt. In light of all of this, a D.C. council member has now unveiled a plan he believes will make campuses around the district safer.
Paulette Johnson sits outside Whittier Elementary School, waiting to pick up her granddaughter. It's something she does daily. Johnson worries about her grandchild's safety and hers.
Somebody driving by shooting me, you know, because they're trying to shoot somebody else.
The school is one of 3 within a block of each other. That includes Coolidge High, where someone robbed a student outside of the school's entrance earlier this month.
We need someone in the school buildings full-time, all day, dedicated to school safety.
Ward 5 council member Zachary Parker has proposed the School Safety Enhancement Amendment Act. The measure would create safety directors for every school in the district. High schools would also receive an assistant safety director. Those people would work as liaisons between D.C. police and other government agencies.
Teachers are stretched thin, school leaders are stretched thin, and it makes it hard to keep school buildings safe.
The district currently has school resource officers, or SROs, but Parker points out those resources are stretched thin.
SROs are not in each school all day. We have SROs that are split between schools.
There are currently 60 school resource officers patrolling district schools. That number, according to Parker, will drop next year.
Next year, there'll be funding for about 40 SROs.
5 of Parker's fellow council members signed on as co-sponsors of his bill. Johnson also supports the measure.
You know, if y'all can keep the kids safe, do everything you can put in place to make so it happens.
Parker said his staff is still working out the cost of the new positions, even though no price should be too high when it comes to student safety. We're live at Coolidge High School. Dave Lavelle, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. Happening now. People in the DMV started responding on social media today after they smelled something across the area, but couldn't put their fingers on what it was. The National Weather Service, Baltimore, Washington says the smell may be associated with a wildfire in eastern North Carolina. Well, the fire is in Tyrrell County, and that's according to the North Carolina Forest Service. And people were commenting all over social media on this. And take a look at all the tweets. People from Tenleytown, Van Ness, and Cleveland Park here in the district. And someone else also tweeted that they could smell the odor on Capitol Hill. Parts of Maryland could also smell in Rockville and Potomac and Fairfax County and Virginia, too. We're heading over now to meteorologist Damon Madsen with a check on the forecast. And Damon, how long can people expect to continue this experience this smell?
Not too much longer, Mark. It seems like the weather conditions today just lined up perfectly for this to happen. And right here, we have a view of that fire here on our Barron system. This red circle is that wildfire that's going on down in the marshes of North Carolina, just to the west of the Outer Banks. This is mostly wetlands down there, but still, again, there is that fire going on. And today we had southerly winds coming up from North Carolina, bringing in that smoke. Now, we haven't really been able to see it on the satellite picture because we have clouds down across North Carolina, clouds here in D.C. as well. That's why it's not visible on our satellite pictures, but the clouds are the reason that this smoke was allowed to stay trapped all the way near the ground and travel this far into the district, keeping that smell into the air. If the clouds weren't here and the southerly winds weren't here, odds are we wouldn't have smelled anything here in D.C., but that is what we are likely smelling out there with that smoke from that wildfire. There's those southerly winds again. They have held on into this evening, but as the system that brought the rainfall today rolls on to the east of us here, we're going to see the wind direction change. It's going to turn out of the west-northwest tonight, going into the day tomorrow, actually becoming a little bit breezy at times. So with this wind direction change, by the time we go through the night into the day tomorrow, we're likely to not smell or notice any sort of wildfire smoke out there as we get into the day tomorrow. So all of that we've dealt with today, it's not going to impact us at all as we go through the day on Tuesday. Now, speaking of that system, we still have a few lingering rain showers out there for the next hour or so, and the clouds, yes, they'll still hang around, but it looks like things are drying out as we go more into your evening. So should we expect a little more sunshine in the forecast for your Tuesday? We'll have a full check of that forecast coming up here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. 2 teenage boys have been charged in connection to an armed carjacking in Prince George's County. It happened Sunday on St. Clair Drive in Temple Hills. The victim called police after being carjacked with a gun. Police located the car the teenagers took. A short chase pursued, and police were able to arrest them both, and they remain in police custody. Both will be charged as juveniles. Well, new tonight here in the DMV, a lot is happening in the sports world. From Lamar Jackson requesting a trade to the Maryland women's basketball team facing the South Carolina Gamecocks. But we have you covered. DC News Now sport director Derek Forrest is here to break it all down for us. And Derek, we just found out that Lamar Jackson made that trade request earlier this month.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Mark. According to the tweets from Lamar Jackson sent out earlier this morning, it seems Lamar Jackson is ready to part ways with the Baltimore Ravens. In the tweet, Lamar stating he received or requested a trade on March 2nd since the team has been unwilling to meet his request for a guaranteed contract, or as he stated in the tweet, meeting his value. Lamar adding a message to the fans saying, quote, "I had to make a business decision that was best for my family and I. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to my fans of Baltimore Flock Nation." It has been known Lamar has been looking for a deal close to Deshaun Watson's deal last year of $230 million guaranteed. Well, the Maryland women's basketball team is getting set to play their biggest game of the year with a trip to the Final Four in Dallas on the line, as they are going head-to-head with top-ranked South Carolina later tonight, a team who has been unbeaten all season long. The Gamecocks are 35-0 this year and have won 41 games in a row dating back to last year. But the Terps aren't backing down because they know they have the ability to beat anyone they play.
I think these players, they've played against all of the, each other for a long time. So I don't think I would say intimidation. I think they're excited. They're confident. We've already played them once, and you're in the Elite Eight. So you have to have a different mentality to belong here, and this team has continued to show it all season long.
Well, these two will go toe-to-toe later tonight with tip-off set for 7 p.m. with a trip once again to the Final Four on the line. Mark?
All right, Derek, thank you. Well, the Federal Aviation Administration has gone nearly a year without a Senate-confirmed administrator. Now the president's nominee dropped out over the weekend after staunch opposition from senators who said that he was unqualified. Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon takes a closer look.
Over the weekend, Phil Washington withdrew as the Biden nominee for administrator of the FAA.
And I think every member of this committee knows that Mr. Washington is not qualified for the position.
Republicans like Senator Ted Cruz campaigned against Washington's nomination, saying he lacked the necessary experience to lead the Federal Aviation Administration.
You weren't a military pilot or a commercial airline pilot?
No, Senator.
Have you ever worked as an air traffic controller?
No, Senator.
So what are the 6 types of special use airspace that protect this national security that appear on FAA charts?
Sorry, Senator, I cannot answer that question.
Without the needed support,
we will not be considering the nomination of Phil Washington.
Washington withdrew from consideration Saturday. In a statement, Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg defended him, saying his transportation and military experience made him an excellent nominee. Senator Cruz says the administration should nominate the current acting administrator, Billy Nolan, who's been in that position for nearly a year and has 33 years of experience.
This committee would move that nomination swiftly.
Senators say it's critical to quickly confirm a permanent FAA administrator in light of recent aircraft near misses and a meltdown of the FAA systems in January. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.